All right, welcome. This is Nichelle Anderson and my podcast, Nichelle Anderson Short Stories and Beyond, where I continue this week rolling out the next character profile. In today's episode, it will feature Princess Hannah. Let's go ahead and get started. Just right off the bat, just want to kind of reiterate that to get the full short stories when I roll them out as clippets only is to become a patron. You can find that information in the description link of this episode. You can go to patreon.com/Nichelle Anderson, or you can also go to my other podcast, Surviving Your Journey Toward Success, where I have now access to these short stories as premium content. You can also try it for about 7 days. A couple of days. Just try it, it doesn't cost you anything, and then decide to go ahead and be a patron. I hope that you do, because obviously if you're coming back, you do like it. At least I hope that you do. And it inspires you, and I love storytelling. I think it's a wonderful way to inspire, to inform and entertain people. It's a great experience. So let's go ahead and get started and move forward with this particular character profile. So Princess Hannah, pretty much everybody, just to kind of tell you about her, she was in the book, of course. She was not in the webisodes or the short stories. The stage plays that I did. And I initially did the stage plays as episodes. So it was only the main 5 during Princess Aamina time, which is Princess Aamina, Hagar, Salma, and the 2 kings. And so Princess Hannah never really came on the stage, came from the book in the life form, but she will be in the Prestige Return of MOLIAE stage play. So now you get to know more about Princess Hannah. You do find out more, you do find out about Princess Hannah in the story in the book, and now in the stage play that I'm about to do, the Prestige Return of MOLIAE. But now in these short stories, you get to, at least for me, I get to take my time and savor these moments of Princess Hannah when she was younger, when she was basically a child, and how her connection to Queen Hagar. So pretty much she's young in this timeline in the short stories compared to the productions, as I mentioned, compared to the book, right? Now Princess Hannah is pretty much about 7 or 8 years old in these short stories in this season 1. She's very, very close to Queen Hagar and her father, King Mahlon. Princess Hannah already knows different languages, okay? And you could tell that in the very first scene that I did that kicked this podcast off in this venture is pretty much episode 1, and it's entitled Before the Time of Princess Aamina, where I'm opening the scene and giving you straight to the point that this is in the past of the book, right? Of my book, Mitzrayim, a memoir. So now she already knows these languages, so it picks up that Queen Hagar must have exposed her at a very young age to this language, and of course proper world protocol. In that first episode 1 of this season, you immediately realize that Queen Hagar brings Princess Hannah, probably not in every interaction of war, stately affairs, but some matters. And when I wrote it, I remember seeing the young Princess Hannah, and I immediately felt the reason why she was there is because that's what Queen Hagar wanted it. And then if you think about it, in proper protocol, you always teaching and showing the next generation of how to rule, and that's why she was there. So she was groomed from the beginning, and that explains from the book perspective where she was hesitant to go against her father and her mother, but then she felt and she saw and Aamina her resistance to wanting to do something that she wanted to do, but she didn't have the chance because she followed proper protocol. All right, so at any rate, she comes off very loyal, very dependable in the sense that she does what she's told. She has a very bubbly, happy personality that you can kind of hopefully pick up. And I'm enjoying her time where she's very loyal to her mother, which again plays into when she finally starts to resist her mother when we get to the book and the stage play that's coming up, because she felt that she wished she chose something different. She wasn't happy. Even though she loved her parents, she just felt that she missed out, get to experience what she wants. So she become a very good supporter of Princess Aamina, which this right here falls into a perfect puzzle, because when I wrote the book, now I understand why Princess Hannah really rose as a #1 defender of her sister. So pretty much Queen Hannah, she becomes in the future, when she marries somebody else, that is pretty much orchestrated by her parents. Now here, as she's a young princess, of course she able to experience things in a way that's much more worldly done, that her mother brings her to different state affairs, but tells her other things that I don't know. I guess most families will, but you can pick that up when you remember that scene with her, Queen Hannah, and Queen Hannah decided to tell her about King Mahlon. So she's the smooth skin that I pick up, brown eyes, long curly curls of hair that is adorned by gemstones that match her collar breastplate, and she wears normally the white garment with gold, but I have seen her, or at least probably haven't really touched too much in detail, but it's like a light color, not really a let's see, the colors that she wears pretty much not really turquoise, but like of green and gold. Of course you have the white, as I mentioned, and like a coral, a coral type color that I see that she also likes to wear, and coordinates to her overall gemstones. She wear a gemstone bracelet in a sense around her ankles, as well as both of her wrists, and she definitely wear what we will consider overlapping, like a sheer shawl almost, that overlaps over her collar breastplate. So she's thin. Of course, she's about 7 or 8, so she's not considered tall, but she have the features of Queen Hagar. So it's very interesting with that. So that's Princess Hannah. She's pretty much the first child of the two, at least right now. Nothing is coming up any other, so I will go ahead and move on to Patron only. If you haven't been a patron, please consider it so you can get more information of this particular episode and future ones, as well as the prior ones. And please go ahead and encourage that to other people as well when you do decide. And you can do a free trial as well on my Surviving Your Journey to Success for a couple of days and become a patron. So thank you so much for tuning in this week. Let me go ahead and start for Patron only. So let's talk about Princess Hannah.